This past November, a farmer named Neil was harvesting corn. He was driving his John Deere combine through his cornfields when he hit something with the combine that was hidden from his sight underneath the corn. It was an animal, and he could tell from the collision that it was a pretty big animal. At first he thought it was a cow that had escaped from his barn, but it wasn't a cow. It was a bear, and not just any bear. A 7-foot-tall, 700-pound bear that was sleeping underneath his corn, but it's not sleeping there anymore. The bear didn't survive his collision with the combine. And I'm guessing that didn't have any kind of impact on your life. Your life didn't suddenly become more difficult because a bear was run over by a combine. No, our lives can become difficult when it's not a bear that's been run over by a combine, but when it feels like our hearts have been run over by a combine. This week we're going to talk about some relationships. And when relationships in our life kind of make us feel that way, when relationships don't fill us with hope, but instead they fill us with hurt, when they don't leave us feeling blessed, but they leave us feeling broken, we can feel kind of helpless and alone when that happens. But the truth is, you are neither of those things. On the night before Jesus died, as Jesus' own heart was filled with a lot of relationship pain, as he was just a couple of hours away from hanging on a cross, helpless, alone, and broken, he reminded his disciples why he chose to go through that difficult situation. It's because he wanted you to know that you will always make it through yours. This is what he said to his disciples in John chapter 16. He said, "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world." And this week we will remember what that victory means for you as you look to love in the relationships that don't always seem to reward you. I'm very glad to be hosting the Time of Grace television program this month. Please join Pastor Mark Jeske and me as we talk about how there aren't many different paths to heaven. There's this one glorious path, Jesus. You can watch on TV, on our website, on Roku or Apple TV, or listen to it on podcast on iTunes. We'll see you tomorrow.